Hey, Louisville. I just got off of a call, Merge Kentucky, which I was a graduate of Merge Kentucky in 2022. It trains Democratic women to run for office. And there was a call at 9 o'clock tonight after all the other things that I was doing. I was on a KFTC candidate campaign training call. And then where Booker spoke, I was on a panel with some amazing people, including Lexington's Vice Mayor, Councilman Wu, and just a lot of great people that were participating. Like, people are fighting for our democracy. They're fighting for our democracy. And, I'm sitting in this council office after working a full day at Vocal Kentucky, where I got a lot of big and hard decisions to make every day. And then, I had a district advisory board meeting this evening at 6 o'clock. And it was great. My constituents, they show up. They feel what I'm putting down. They thank me, and they were asking me about what we'll be able to continue when I leave this office. But right now, we're not focusing on when I'm gone. We still got a lot to do for these last months. I'm still the councilwoman until January. So we were talking about that, making plans. And, I just wanted to take the time because in the midst of this, there was a couple of events that I couldn't make because I was leaving. I had to leave late. And but I want to talk about something my team keeps dealing with. So we get invited. I like to go where I'm invited. I told you all that. Go to shamekaforlouisville.com to invite me because it's important. I'm telling you all because of the political games that are played. People will make calls to have me removed from agendas or not allowed to come, and it shouldn't be this hard, y'all, but it is. It is what it is. And I've been around long enough to understand this, but some of my team, this is their first time working on a campaign like mine, grassroots. Sometimes this is their first time standing with a black woman in this. Everybody want to say I make it about race, but it is an issue. It is an issue here with me doing something historic. No black person has ever came through primary and for mayor. No, and I almost said no woman, but I think Angela Yeet did. I don't know who else done, but I know she did come through, I think, in the race with Fisher some time ago. But as a Democratic black woman and woman that has come through primary in this nonpartisan race, that is historic. I don't care how much they try to downplay it. It's historic, especially in a crowded race. So I'm here. I'm eligible. I wouldn't be on the ballot. But we have a fear mentality. We have a lot of people who are scared. And who's scared to show up. You cannot be scared, you all. You cannot let fear run us. You cannot. I'm here and I think about all the things that we could be doing to make this city better. So much. But I have to get elected to do it. Yeah. I have to get elected. And I just want to serve Louisvillians. Here I am is it after 10 yet? Yes, after 10 at night. Getting ready to head home and just wanted to reflect the being in this office, this old building. At one point, the mayor's office used to be in this building along with the council. Imagine that. But now it's across the street. And what I think is the most ironic part of all of this is when I look out this window, I see all the city. I see the people, very hardworking city of people who elect leaders to lead and not with their personal agendas, to lead and be representatives of our democracy. And so I wanted to show you all something. I'll take you on a walk. First, this is the council office. I didn't put nothing in here. Some of this stuff I guess came from Keisha Dorsey and whoever else was in his. I think at one point Barbara Sexton Smith was in this office as well. George Unseld was in this office. Yeah, so this office has been held by several council people. Look at this. I am the storm. That's one of the first things someone gave me when I got elected. Of course, it's always Free Palestine. We had this up there for Metro Council. I put the pink with the blue, for that Metro blue for the council race. But then for the mayor's race, we went back to the pink, black, and white. See some of my favorite people up here. That's a door to another office. On the other side of that door is Brent McKim's. Oh, Brent McKim, where did that come from? It's Brent Ackerson's door. So I've kept a lot of things. We got rid of some stuff. I've not bought anything new. I haven't changed any carpet or painted or anything. I just kept whatever was in here because I really wanted to use the funds we have in this office for the district. And so we cut costs. But on the other side of the door is Brent Ackerson. It's a little, look at this. This came when I was honored last year. It was a local legislator award. What else do I have? I have this. Congressional recognition. Look at that from Morgan McGarvey in 2024. Look at Echo. Gave me a beautiful award. And I love when they spell my name right, y'all. You know how many people jack up my name? It drives Ben crazy. Look at this. That's Ben's desk. We love Malcolm X. We even got Narcan in here. Yes, everybody on any staff I work on is Narcan trained. You better believe it. This came from the people from my swearing in. I got another certificate of special recognition, congressional award last year. Very honored to get that, I keep my nephews here, my kids. I lost one of my nephews to a fire. He's the one standing next to Kenneth, standing next to my niece. They both were in a fire. That's my son, Jaden. And she survived and he didn't. But this is me taking them back to 1909 Race Street, where I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I had my first daughter. And I took them on a trip there. And of course, we had to go to Findlay Market. That's one of my favorites. I grew up steps away from Findlay Market. But we lost Kenny. We love you, Kenny. I love being a mom. I love being an auntie. I love the kids. Okay, let me hurry up on this tour so this video isn't too long for me to share. I want to show you all something right quick. This is the hallway. They put art. You see District 3. All right, the maps. But I want to show you, that's where Chambers is. That's how I get to the Chambers. And that's the cool thing about being on the third floor. I'm right across from the Chambers. So I never switch offices in the office pool. I just stay where I'm at. This is the caucus room, as you probably see a lot of times. In this caucus room, if you ever have a time to come look, this is the person I want you to see, Lois Morris, 12th Ward Alderwoman, even though they said alderman back then. She ran for office for mayor in 1977, the year I was born. Look at all these aldermen. Look at Jerry Abramson. He was the 3rd Ward alderman. I think it's interesting that a lot of council people run for mayor, but not many win mayor. So it's a big deal that I made it through the primary. So that is a huge deal, y'all. So anyway, she was amazing. Ran in 1977. She was a 12th Ward alderwoman, kind of like, I think in the Shawnee area. And she funded a lot of her own things. She was well known, but she said, you all, if we're going to have a chance to have a black mayor, this is the time to do it, because she said soon the city and the county will merge, and once they merge, the people out in the county would not elect a black person. And I thought that that was interesting that she said that 50 years ago, and I'll be 50 this January. I hope that when I turn 50, I'm being sworn in as the next mayor. We all know Sherry Bryan Hamilton. Look at these. I know a lot of these folks. Look at Denise Bentley. Look at Tina Ward Pugh. All right. Some interesting people have been here. Look at that. You see how Sherry Bryan Hamilton was a clerk, then became a councilwoman? Lots of connections, you all. I want to show you this because this is possible. In every one of these photos of the old councils, an old board of aldermen, I always see black men here represented, black women, black men. Now we don't have any black men on the council. And we have 5 black women. Look at Reginald Meeks, 11th Ward. Look at that. Look at this representation. Now, this was the 12 wards before they merged and added those other districts. So it's interesting on how things change. Look at that. And some of you probably know some of these folks, and some of you may be related. So this video is really just like giving you a tour to let you know that this is possible. All these folks at some point had to run for office. So if we don't run, we don't win. And if we don't take a chance on people, you never know what is possible. So come out of that fear mentality that the administration today wants you to have. They want you to be scared of people like me because I represent change. I represent doing things better, doing them the right way. And I want a Louisville Metro Council and a Louisville Mayor's office that works for all of you, no matter what district you're in, no matter what's in your pockets. So stay connected. Let's do away with the fear. Let's keep hope. I want to do good things. I want to serve you in a bigger way as your mayor. I will do that. We need to get there together to be able to do that. All right? Nothing but love. All right, that was my spiel for the night. This is my good night post. I love you, Louisville. Bye.